Broadcast live.
On my love, you spit some game on love. Have you found true love? What's happening in that department? Alright. What's happening? And this, just as FYI, just as a pass by, I'm just asking just to check. Things are cool with you and Danelle, yeah?
Yeah, but she's the situation is dead and we're very good. Yeah.
She's my sister. We're from the same hood.
Yeah,
you know this.
Yeah, she's my sister too.
Yeah. You know, I just hated what, it's difficult for me to take sides, you know?
Yeah. You were like in such a conundrum.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah.
But she's my sister too. I could hit her up now and it's like, everything's all pizza. Yeah,
when you get out of the whole emotional, you start seeing people for what they really are.
I have to she actually deaded the situation. I remember I was praying so much, 2016, 2024, I was praying so much about the situation, and then she called my pops and she's like, yo, how do I approach this? She's like, no, just, and then it was New Year's Eve. I remember I was in Kuruman about to do a show.
Yeah.
And then she hit me up and she was just like, just had this long conversation. I was so emotional that night. I was just so grateful to God that, you take people through. The nice thing about God is that He doesn't walk you around your challenges. He walks through the challenges with you. And I felt like that's, she was on a journey of self-discovery and so was I. So I think that moment for me was a turning point in my whole outlook on life. So you could say that she led from the front in that instance. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm glad that you even see it that way. You know what I mean? It's the word led from the front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it goes back to you. It goes back to the line where I said the Me Too and everything else.
Yeah.
But it's acknowledging that sometimes when you put your differences apart, you kind of go, this is the power that this person actually has.
Yeah.
It's just that we couldn't work this way.
Yeah.
But as a person though,
Yeah.
I still think that I need her because she's valuable in this thing, this way. You know what I mean?
I love that, yeah.
You know?
True.
True
say.
Second Yuga is your radio single. What do you think is your biggest radio single in the history of Blaklez?
Don't Be Scared.
Don't Be Scared?
It was actually bigger than Freedom of Fame on radio. Freedom of Fame was a bigger song. I know it's weird, right?
Yeah.
Don't Be Scared was bigger on radio. Freedom of Fame was a much bigger song, colossal. But Don't Be Scared on radio was big. So, the challenges that come with radio. I had to just suspend what I thought of radio and just put out music and hope to appeal to people's hearts. And I wrote music that appealed to people. I wrote stories that people could relate to. And Freedom of Fame started there, and I thought, if the music is good, right now we don't have the machinery to do the things and pull the strings. So we're gonna target other people's heartstrings, and hopefully people will catch on. Don't Be Scared was never on. It was on certain charts, but not on the chart that everybody wants to be on. But Freedom of Fame was, which is weird. And I think it got in there through the back door, because someone there was like, there's no way we're not playing this. Because again, there are one or two people who will have an agenda for one or other reason that you don't know about. So
It's interesting. It's hard. It's the collaboration with Casper is not one that I saw coming. Was that part of your journey also to put your guards down and go? And this is a conversation we had before. Was that part of your journey to put your guards down and go? Actually, whatever my opinion is about an artist, I gotta actually respect their work. Was there a level of respect when that call was made? How did that happen?
There's a modicum of truth to that. I did not rate him as an artist. I did rate him. I just think people had expected me not to rate him.
Yeah.
There's the expectation and the reality. So we just never worked together or anything, or we weren't really on each other's radar.
That's what I mean from a radar.
But there was mutual respect. You are right in a sense that where you think about, how is this guy gonna, and I approached him. I was like, yo, I have this song. I think you'd be perfect for it. And he was overseas at the time. I remember, and then he responded. It's like, yeah, let's do it when I get back, you know? And then I kept quiet for a bit, and he hit me up. He's like, yo, that song, are we still? I was like, oh, snap, okay, this guy's down. And then, you know, we got into, and he was working around, I think, Philip last year. Philip,
yeah.
So it was, we were doing a lot of back and forth, because I just strictly wanted to send him
the files.
Like, just put your verse, and he's like, nah, let's vibe. I think it was his way of also gauging.
Yeah, who are you?
Because I have a feeling that he also felt the same way you felt. Like, I'm like this, you know, my past reputation is like I'm this.
No, he couldn't have ever felt like I do.
Well,
I'm older, so I see the problem for what it is. I don't see it as a yo. I know you're going to come around.
I think
because like whenever I spoke to you, you're a good guy.
I just had
it's just that the industry literally frustrated you.
My EQ
and
was
you never
all
knew
wrong.
who to take it to.
So
take it out of.
I didn't have emotional intelligence over my frustrations back then. So, but I think he had seen me as this guy. How do you approach this guy? He's always so serious. He looks like he's about, you know. So
this nigga's either going to hit you with an axe or pull out a Bible. One of the two.
You know, one or the other. It's extreme. Ain't no in between. There's no gray area, black or white. So, and then I think he realized that there wasn't. And then we worked on the song. They added a few things on the song. So it sounds, dramatically different to the initial thing that I had sent. And it had a much more summer and a happier vibe.
You know, when I listen to Live For Me, that's really me, you going to your box of I'll be honest, for me, that was my least favorite song. It's a bit dark and suicidal.
What?
Too much days. You said you die for me. You said you killed for
live
me.
For
live for me.
You kidding me?
It's a bit intense, bro.
No, that song is not.
That's
one of my favorites. If you go on iTunes, it's got a star on there. That's one of people love that song.
I just feel like it's just
videos coming right now.
Look, I'm listening on my own opinion. You know, I mean, I just got to second.
Do you know what that song it says? That song is about. You're grown enough. You had people that you were in love with in your mind when you were a little nigga. Told you that I'm gonna be with this person for a long, long time, if not forever. Correct?
I said, fuck that bitch.
Never.
Never.
You're a sucker for love.
You're a
fan of love. You just got it right. Before I actually get it right.
Yeah. I'm not a sucker for love, but I'm realistic.
But you're a fan of love.
But I don't expect anybody to live or die for me.
No,
you know?
That's not what the song is about.
No, but for me, it's like it's just extreme measures to prove how I feel for you.
That's not what the song says.
That's not what I do.
The song says. The song speaks about lost love, and it's we've all had that one person. I mean, there's this girl that I thought I was gonna marry. You know, I spent 6 to 7 years with this girl, and you know, I became an adult. I went from a kid to an adult with this girl, and it didn't quite work out. You know, life got in the way. We even tried to re-up, but you know, you made each other promises. We never said we'd die for each other or whatever, but it's just an expression to say I would go to extreme lengths for you to show that I care for you. It's to say that till death do us part. You know what I'm saying? That's extreme. Till death do us part. Death do us part. Marriage itself is an extreme measure to show. Saying that I'm going to spend forever with you is extreme. You know, I'm a beautiful black man, and you know, I feel like that beauty must be spread evenly amongst them. No, I'm kidding. But jokes aside, it just speaks about lost love. Like, you know, you and I made each other these promises, and we couldn't fulfill them. It's not, why didn't you die for me? I don't expect anyone to take a bullet for me. Of course, if I'm married, I'll probably take a bullet. I'll take a bullet for my daughter. I'll take a bullet for my wife. If push comes to shove, no one's gonna come into my house and try to violate them with me still alive. You have to end my life and then do that. You understand? That's the extremity that I'm talking about.
It's just angry nigga shit.
No, it's not angry. That song is beautiful.
Even the last shit you just said, yo, you're gonna have to pass me first and kill me first because shit. shit. There's an angry.
Do you not
shit.
feel like that? You're a father. You're a husband. Is somebody gonna just waltz into your house and do what they want?
I ain't gonna write a song about it, but I'm gonna fuck somebody up.
I didn't write a song about it. But look, point I'm trying to make is that if somebody puts a gun to your face and says, "Give me your phone," you make a decision that my life is much more important than this phone. I'm not giving you this phone because I'm afraid of you. I'm choosing that my life is more important than the phone. So by all means, here you go.
Yeah.
Take the car. You understand?
Yeah.
With your woman, it's a different thing. Or your wife. And kids.
Yeah. All About You. What mood and where were you recording this song? It radiates like a real positive energy.
Yeah, I was exactly in that mood. There was like homies were around. It was like set up with people, and the inspiration came out. I wanted to make a song that you can play in a house party setup where not even like a hectic, like you invite friends over, there's like 30-second games, one is like barbecuing, one is coming in with the ice, which this girl and the guy are just having a conversation by the stairway. It's just like great vibes. It's like the music is in the background, just no negativity, just great vibes. A great ride-along song, a song that can play in your house, in your car, in the club, everywhere. Just a very, very good song about positive energy.
I mean, on Jungle Justice with Youngster, you got a line where you go, I'm on the streets more than I'm on radio. I might not have and I don't know, I think it's Youngster or it's you who says, I might not have the catchiest radio single, but I'm making classic music.
That's Youngster with the classic.
Yeah, do you think that line symbolizes both you? I mean, what's the response you're getting from radio when you're sampling your album right
it's
now?
Weird now because I complained the other day about, I don't know if you saw that, I complained about, the payola thing. And people thought I was going at their favorite artist or whatever the case, which wasn't the case. I was speaking about an encounter that I had. Now I hear it more often, but I hear it at night, like when we're coming back from shows, like 3 a.m. It's like you hear it at night. It's like, okay, nobody's supposed to hear this, I guess. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, man. I mean, I used to be so tight about it. My chest was so tight about the situation, but I'm not tight about it anymore. It's like,
I just quit music because of that mostly.
Yeah, you weren't willing to compromise, right?
No.
Have you done it? Have you like paid money to?
Yeah, I have. But
So you have?
Yeah.
Paid.
But I felt that a lot of the radio guys were suckers. It's like playlisting is a real job. Playlisting, you gotta love the music, you gotta love the culture at all costs. People come to send music to me on Slick on Life and they're like, yo, do we need to pay? And I'm like, no,
you kidding me? Is it that bad?
People send me money and I'm like, well, ask if they say. I'm like, no, we don't pay here. It's either shit is good or it's not good. It's one of the two. So for me, you gotta care about music that way. And I've just always felt that guys who are difficult, who use their jobs as a crutch, are suckers, in any industry. It doesn't matter what industry it is. If you use your job as a crutch, you're a sucker,
Thank you.
And so I was asking myself, at the cost of me getting my music out, must I actually go beg a sucker versus an objective person who goes, yeah, it's not good because of this and this and that, maybe try this. I use guys like Fistus, who when I was sampling, Fistus for me, he literally used to go, not this, maybe try this one. Maybe, he was a guy who was like interested to kind of like go, because I've built a name, I'm not like a new artist. So he's like, yeah, maybe not this, maybe that, maybe that. I don't know whether he was taking payola, I don't know what he was doing. But
you don't have that experience.
No, I don't. But the truth of the matter is that a playlist and a guy who understands that this guy is a brand and he's got fans. So I must find something that's either going to make or break him. Because his job is to literally put the song in there, and the people's job is to put it on blast. If you've built a name like Blaklez, you've built a name like Casper in Your Vest, you've built a name, put every song of theirs so people can say it's whack or it's hot. Because now you literally you have to consider two things, the brand and the music. So people say it's shit. Send that to Casper and say people are saying it's shit. Send that to Blaklez. Send that to whoever kid it. Send it. Say people say it's shit. Then the artist takes that and goes, oh, it's not coming from a playlist. Let me think about this and my approach.
I like that. If there's critique and, you know.
Because I think it's worth the time to put it for a guy with a name versus an up-and-coming guy. Where an up-and-coming guy, you just go, but you see the format, try this, try that. Or rather, you know, you put time on the guys who put time in their brands also. Do you know what I mean?
I want to say something with regards to that as well. I mean, and you can quote me on this and quote me the right way. Some of the people...
I ain't going to quote you, I'm recording.
Yeah. Some of the people, I mean, know when you write those headlines, sometimes you guys... You know,
okay, we're going to quote you then.
Some of the people that claim to be fans are also suckers.
Fans.
Some of the people...
Suckers.
Some of the people that claim to be music fans. I'm not talking about fans of Slicker, fans of Blaklez, or fans of, you know, Peter or whatever. I'm talking about generally some of the people, because the abuse that they want to put us through sometimes with what we're going through, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's nobody's a victim, I guess. Life deals, you know, a short hand to everybody. You know, at some point, some people decide to take the quicker way out. Others don't. It's cool. Nobody puts judgment calls on that. But some of the fans, because they and I get this a lot in our genre. People will remind you that, hey, you haven't won an award, or you haven't done this and that. And I'm like, what's that got to do with the quality of the music? You either like the music or you don't. Sometimes I get into my car, you switch on the radio, and I like this song. I don't know if this person's won an award. Like when I heard Anderson .Paak for the first time.
How many great artists haven't won awards?
Yeah.
In fact, if we only listen to award-winning artists, we would have a very thin playlist.
Right. My point is that when I heard Anderson .Paak for the first time, he hadn't won anything. I didn't know if he was rich or poor. I just heard music that was dope. Now here, especially also with people here, they don't grow, especially in urban music, maybe hip hop. They don't grow artists as well as they should. The rate of the artists that we should be growing, it's like 1, 2, we take these 5. These are the guys that are doing it sharp. And then you independent ones are gonna have to battle it out, because the majors obviously have a huge share in what plays on radio, and you're gonna be up. You go look at the charts, and you will see that there's a lot of affiliation to that. But and it's difficult how we're going to come to a point where we all coexist, or there's some sort of understanding, because I'm not gonna live on my knees anymore. That's why I'm as positive as I am. You're gonna come knock on my door. I'm no longer going to knock on certain doors, because I've exhausted those options.
That's why I always said that, like, you know, I kind of always wondered why I should cower to niggas who, after 12 months, they go, yo, I wonder if the SABC is going to renew my contract. I wonder if so and so and so. And I said, think about it this way. What if I built a Slick on Live? As small as I am, I have more power than that individual. Not more power than the station to reach.
That
I
individual.
have more power than that one
that makes the
individual
decision.
that said that you can't play that song. You know what I mean? So my thing is that, you know,
and I probably do too over that. You understand what I'm saying?
Because but my thing is that, like, that's where, like, power gets distorted. You know, if we are, you know, let me give SABC, DSTV, you gotta give them their props, what they built, right? They reach, all that shit. But sometimes individuals must remember that, like, they are an enabling machine.
Right.
And the more they close doors and the more they actually have selected people, the shorter their career is.
Right.
So and this even lies for me as an independent person. I realize the more I literally go, I manage just a Questa or a so-and-so or so-and-so, I limit myself. What if I put myself in the middle of the culture? And if there was a new J, a big hash coming, I could still reach out without J or big hash going, yeah, man, but you fucks with, you signed up Ricky, you signed up Casper, you signed up. So I wanted to be in the middle of the culture, so I can consistently reach out to whoever literally, like, needs to be reached out to by whoever, because I'm immersed in the culture that way.
Bring it together,
you know.
Basically.
And I think anyone that's sitting on these platforms, they literally have to have the same mind state to say, I want to be immersed. So when shit is popping, I want to catch that. So when Blaklez drops his shit, even if he doesn't have a radio single, I want to literally, like, drop the song that's closest to that, and based on people requesting it or not, then I'll pull it out. And I'll give him the feedback and go, yo, this is what's happening. You know, you mean your name has been on Drum Magazine. Your name has been. I'm not even talking about my credentials, but your name has been on Drum Magazine. Your name has been everywhere. People know who this Blaklez is. So even if people go, oh, ile out there, just been another now, let them say that and say, Maringo me akapeto, ingo me akimnandi. And people and stations don't
simple.
And stations don't understand the leverage or the equity of the fact of all the other mediums that have actually amplified you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyway,
I like that.
Funky City reminds me of a Morafi joint, and you worked with Beat Machine, who's obviously been working closely with Cooley. You know?
And Tody Mac. Yeah.
Is it crazy that when I listened to it, I thought of Morafi, right?
Everybody says.
Don't you think it's crazy that hip hop has such a story that now you can link a sound to an artist?
Yeah. I worked with Beat Machine and what's his name? Mackenzie from Rhythmic Elements.
Yeah.
We wanted that sound, you know, that sound, that vintage sound, that vintage. I mean, that song, and it's a feel-good song. It's a crazy feel-good song. Lots of single strength in it. I already know who I'm targeting with it. Did my homework with it. I mean, you have to sometimes when you pay homage, you don't pay homage by saying, yo, shout out to whoever. People will hear it and say, snap, okay. This guy recognizes, you know? I mean, I was paying homage to the likes of Mo Muli, Mr. Mo. I mean, I even said, his line, Pimpa, Wenale Pimpa, you know, so people know what's up. So, I mean, I wanted to just give people that nostalgic feel, you know, that the good old days when I was just nothing but a mere fan, and just listening to the other guys who were professional, being professional at it.
Doing their thing.
Feel me?
Thanks for coming through, big brother. Is out there. My battery fucking died. I can't ask you the rest of the questions, my battery died, B. Fucking hell, you know? So I gotta close it, you know, out of the blue. but we've gone through most of the songs, B. You know, we've gone through most of the songs. We've gone through most of the songs, you know. Don't read a message of another girl while I'm speaking to you, B.
My bad.
Fuck, this nigga.
She's dope, brother.
Yo, check it out, B. You know, I told you we're doing the Daddy Tumble thing, you know. I got you some New Balance, you know, in this motherfucker, you know. I could be wearing one, but you know, I'm unbalanced. But I unbalance my unbalance with the New Balance also here, you know what I mean?
You got middle class problems.
Yeah, you know, it's some middle class problems. We got you some shoes, shout out to New Balance. I mean, shit, it's dope, man, you know?
You, this is my size, bro, because my size is very big.
Yeah, it should be your size, man, you know.
Better ask around.
Yo, shout out to New Balance for giving us the kicks, you know. Get the new album, or get the album. It's not completely new, but get the album from Blaklez, Big Brother.
Baby brother.
Baby brother, I mean baby brother. Baby brother. When you see this nigga wearing New Balances in the streets, say that nigga slick up because he had no more shoes.
I'm actually gonna rock them tomorrow.
Damn, man, thanks, man. Yo, shout out. We out here.
Broadcast live